Hello guys, my name is Rizaldi Wijaya from the Accounting Study Program. Today, I'm going to explain what factory overhead costs are. Factory overhead costs are one of the most important components in determining the total cost of production in a manufacturing company. In general, factory overhead refers to all production costs excluding direct materials and direct labor. These costs are often not directly visible in the production process, but they significantly impact the total cost and operational efficiency of the company. Examples of factory overhead include electricity, water, machine depreciation, equipment maintenance, supervisors' salaries, and factory security expenses. Because they are indirect, overhead costs need to be allocated using a specific method to ensure they are fairly assigned to each product produced. One of the most common methods used to allocate factory overhead is based on direct labor hours or machine hours. A company may determine an overhead rate per hour by estimating the total overhead cost and dividing it by the total planned labor or machine hours. For example, if the total overhead cost in a given period is estimated to be 100 million rupees and the total direct labor hours are 10,000, then the overhead rate would be 10,000 rupees per hour. That means any product requiring 5 labor hours would be charged with 50,000 rupees in overhead. This method helps the company calculate the cost of goods manufactured more accurately. In practice, however, determining and allocating factory overhead can be quite challenging. One major issue is the presence of both fixed and variable costs within the overhead category. Fixed costs, such as depreciation and supervisors' salaries, remain constant regardless of production volume, while variable costs, such as electricity or indirect materials, tend to increase as production levels rise. That's why careful planning and control of overhead costs are crucial to avoid unnecessary spending and inefficiencies. Understanding factory overhead is also vital for managerial decision-making. For instance, in analyzing the profitability of a product, decisions about whether to continue or discontinue a product line often depend on how overhead is allocated. Misallocating overhead can make a product appear unprofitable when, in fact, it still contributes positively to overall profits. Therefore, companies must rely on a reliable and consistent cost accounting system to support sound business decisions. By understanding the concept and management of factory overhead, manufacturing companies can improve production efficiency, set competitive selling prices, and maintain long-term profitability. Overhead costs are not just numbers on a financial statement. They reflect how well a company manages its resources and overall operations.